Gators taking on the Trojans from Southern Cal. College football is back here on EA Sports. The new season underway here in Miami. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Flynn. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The Gators now with a first and 10. Off play action. Schultz. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. These college offenses, Charles, so wide open. And there's an example right there that we just saw. Now, let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a first and 10. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Gators have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Washington now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He was taken.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Cooper's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first, here's Washington. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Charles, the ball carrier.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flynn buying time to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Flynn. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Gators 7.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. On first down, Schultz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
2nd down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Schultz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schultz, he's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing on first down. Schultz over the middle to Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Florida first down.
Off the play fake. Schultz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
The open man is Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, Florida. Another first down. I'll tell you what, he has got his guys on the move, and he looks awfully comfortable out there for this being his first start. He'll decide to keep this once more. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1. That play right there, Charles, that is a prime example of why Coach O'Brien likes this young quarterback on the field, his ability to scramble.
And you talk about the ability to scramble, move his feet, quarterback run plays, you name it. Everything is in the playbook now when he comes on the field. And that's what you like because you know Coach O'Brien's background is defense. And as a defensive coordinator, what drove him crazy? Quarterbacks that can move.
The coaches even said to us, Charles, that at times he reminds them of a running back.
Yeah, they don't want to say it very loudly and take all the motivation away from this young man, but if they had to move him to running back full time, they'd be very confident.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and he comes right back and gets a sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Ellington now to return it. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Operating from the gun. Schultz. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And the incomplete pass there, and you think about the quarterback position in college football. Kind of seems like once you get a guy developed, his 4 years are up just like that. He's off to the NFL. So what we're seeing here, a first ever college start at the quarterback position. How hard is it to win with someone who is unproven like that?
It's always hard. Now, we've seen guys do it, but to me, there are few and far.
He's got it at the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. It's a big play there on third down. And even 40 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Stepping up, he'll try and run, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a battle.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25-yard line. The SC offense about set to take over here. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, wait a minute. They declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand.
The only thing I can think, someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Flynn. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete.
Complete to Jacques Cooper.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Furlong for the USC field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
That's not good enough, man.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This complete to the tight end, Clay. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun, Flynn. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. From 17 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The 45-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Schultz looking here for Smith down. And this is caught inside the 5.
Smith. That's good. 4. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing deep for Galladay. This is caught, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there. 47 yards. Charles, to this point, no change at the quarterback position, and we had heard that there might be some toggling back and forth between the top 2 guys, but probably says something about his performance in the first half.
And that performance has been evaluated by the new head coach, Red O'Brien, and we've known him as a defensive.
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. From a yard out. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Able to fight through one tackle. Brushing off defenders. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Florida now after the touchdown. Back out to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Trojans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Flynn. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 10.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Ellington. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 56 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with the defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And off the option, he'll try and run with it. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Here's Ellington. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. They were able to stop him at the line on, and oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The SC offense about set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense?
Looking to get it to Ward, intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smells terrible.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drop. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Trojans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the defense.
Clayton Washington, the ball carrier.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schultz. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves it.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, Florida. Operating from the gun, Schultz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. A big play there. 48 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
I'm not sure what other ground.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The Trojans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw on 2nd down. Flynn. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43.
The 2nd down pass.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll try to run now with Jennings. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. DeMarcus Jennings with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I'd say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about it.
So things got off to a solid start.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I got to tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I got to tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only going to lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
This whole thing again. Are you dumb? I didn't take any...
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports...